Welcome to Shorts Beyond Measure, where fashion, interiors, and psychology get the stylish, savvy, and slightly therapeutic touch.
We're Tara West, Caroline Baltz, and Allison Goldberg, a fashion stylist and two interior designers who are also trained as psychotherapists.
So let's get into what's trending, what's tired, and what's actually worth your time. Because good style and good decisions should never be short-lived.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. We convinced Tara to stay for one more, so we're going to try and not let her talk as much. So if you don't want to listen to this podcast, feel free to tune out now.
Skip this one.
Although I have such a good story, but we'll save it.
No,
Tara.
You're so
No, I
mean.
really don't. I'm just kidding.
I have a good story.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Oh, stop. I was on a walk yesterday with two friends. We walked around the Weston Reservoir, and a tree fell on us.
Wait,
Stop
like a
it.
real
For
tree?
real?
Like a real tree. Like a real tree.
How big?
So I have a picture of it. I'll show you guys. But it was like dying. But it was like, so my friend was texting. We paused along the trail because her son and husband were like delayed on their flight and she was trying to look it up or whatever. So we're like, just take a minute. And all of a sudden it was like, I literally like escorted her, like we huddled together and the three of us were like, oh my God.
Oh my God, that's
You're
actually
so
scary.
tiny. It would take you out.
That's
you
scary.
weren't even a branch.
Well, it had these spiky things on it. I wasn't so worried. It wasn't like a thick trunk, but it had these spiky branches that I was worried like we'd get impaled.
Yeah. That would have been a better
crazy.
story, though.
I wonder if they were on my flight that was delayed 5 hours.
Oh, gosh.
I
I
mean,
hate flight delays. It kills me.
Get your shit together.
I know. The airline industry sucks.
Well, you know what it is, just so you know. You're flying soon, right? Did you say
This
you were?
weekend.
Okay. I don't want to tell, but there's one major runway down at Logan. So all the flights get pushed back because they can only land so many planes.
They couldn't figure out how to like accommodate this.
That's why we were delayed 5 hours. Isn't that crazy?
There's no accountability for like the airline industry messing up.
No, they changed the laws about like going after them. If you're delayed more than like 2 hours or 3 hours, you can like get reimbursed or something. I don't know the rules.
It just makes flying so frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, it just does. And it like when I was young, of course, my parents would drop me off really late to go to the gate. And I was like 7 running through and they'd be like, let this child through. But it was never as hard as it is now.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
Yeah, we did the same thing. Like we would show up to the airport with my family and we would be running through the airport.
You can't do that now.
No, because you can't get through security.
Right.
Yeah. Yuck. All right. So today we were going to talk about tips and tricks. This came out of a previous episode. A couple listeners had asked us to go a little bit deeper, wanting some of your advice, wanting our advice on what do you do with the bones, like literally or whatever, your body type, the bones of your house, the bones of your body. How do you work with what you have? And it's like when I was thinking about this topic, it reminded me how like taken back I was seeing, and this is no knock on Gwyneth Paltrow. I think she's lovely and does a million wonderful things, amazing parent and all this stuff. I saw her host Saturday Night Live many years ago, and her body was not the way I expected. She has the longest torso on the planet. And then like her legs are not that long. And for how she dresses, how she comes across, I would never have known that.
Wow. That's amazing. So she must really know her body type because I would never think that about her either.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I have long legs and not a short torso, but like I'm
proportioned.
Yeah, but I'm all legs. Like we can share a jacket. Like Caroline and I can share a jacket, but we can't share pants.
That's how my oldest is. Sienna is all legs, and when she was young, it was hard because like she was so tiny that other things wouldn't fit. But the pants were always like you got to get the long.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question about my outfit then. Because I still do like the millennial tuck because I feel like you need to see my waist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could I tuck this sweater in all the way?
Yeah, I like both ways. I like a front tuck. You have the front tuck right now, right?
Yeah.
Which is cute. I think you can go all the way around if you want, but it's totally up to you. Let's see.
Do people do that now all the
The
way
full-
around?
yeah.
Oh, look at you, naked girl.
Wow. Giving Dave a show.
It's Dave's lucky day. Does this look better?
I don't know. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that looks fine.
Yeah, that looks
great.
good.
But did you like it the other way?
I like
better?
it both ways. I
I
think
like it both
it
ways.
with some things, a front tuck does look better, not with what you're fine either way, but sometimes it doesn't look good to be tucked all the way around it. It gives it a little more personality too if you do a front tuck and have some of the shirt.
Oh, I
hanging
like
out.
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
I'll untuck.
Yeah, that's a little more formal, more like straight-laced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely not me.
not you.
So Caroline, because you're petite, so you and I are similar. We're always kind of in a heel or some kind of lift. And
Yes.
do you do that purposely?
Yes.
To elongate your legs a little bit?
Yes. I have a hard time wearing flats because I feel like after I've worn heels around people, which is the majority of my life, then I feel like I'm standing in a hole.
Yes, because when I went to go visit my daughter this weekend, and I have this every time I go, it's, you kind of have to wear sneakers to a football game.
Caroline has platform sneakers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking that, but then I don't know, I just went for a flat sneaker. Sometimes I can get away with it with the jeans I'm wearing, but I felt smaller than every single person in the sorority house,
Yeah. And part of it for me is just like getting comfortable with, yep, I'm the shortest one in the room.
Right.
It's cute to be short. You're petite.
Did I tell you I had this girl that was working for me and she would put lifts in her shoe? And
Tell me all about
'cause she's-
that.
I know. How
need
come
to
we never
learn.
thought about
Yeah.
that? But she's petite, and so I had her trying on some shoes for a shoe, and she took off her shoe, and she had this lift, and I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, I've been doing it my whole life. It gives me a little bit more height, and so I think I'm going to invest in that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be uncomfortable. Like, doesn't your heel come out of the back of the shoe?
No, it's just like a pad. It's a
Yeah.
lift.
But doesn't that make the rest of your foot then higher up than it's
No, it goes through
expected?
the whole foot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
was
try that.
remarkable.
How
Tell
many
me.
inches does she get from that?
I don't know. I forgot to ask her.
But hey, I'll take an inch
I'll take anything.
all day long.
I would never take an inch.
So how do you?
Oh,
Oh dear God,
dear.
I need more medicine.
Yeah. So give me some of your medicine.
Dave's off the roster.
She took off her pants, and now we're talking size.
Yeah, she's unzipping her. Jesus.
I'm just trying to get us more viewers.
So how does that translate into the work that you guys do?
I mean, in so many ways, right? Because a house is a house, right? Like you can do additions and you can do, construction and stuff like that. And there is a quick win that we always think about in a smaller home. If it's an older home, one of the first critical things you can look at is just taking down the wall between the dining room and the kitchen. That opens it up. Like that's just like a 101 to how to kind of modernize your home.
But not everyone wants to do construction.
Yeah.
So sometimes just like we have to work with our heights, we have to work with the bones of the home.
Yeah.
Do you guys find open spaces are still super popular? Like people want that open floor plan, or are people going back to? Because remember when we grew up, everybody had a dining room that you couldn't go into.
Yeah.
So is that still a thing?
Builders are still building open concept, but there's going to be a whole switch to putting rooms back together because it's really like if you're having friends over and they have kids and everyone's in the same room, it's kind of chaotic.
Right.
And I think people are realizing like, yeah, maybe we don't want to look at the dirty dishes in the kitchen. Maybe we want to sit there and kind of focus on something else.
But the open concept makes the house feel bigger.
It does. And it's aesthetically pleasing, but it's just not always functional.
Right.
Actually, one of the things that we've been toying with is this whole craze of Mahjong and like how it's like hitting the ball out of the park, especially with women that are my age, and taking somebody's dining room, taking their dining room table out and taking 4 Mahjong-sized tables or 3, depending on what will fit, and they can be separated out so that you could have multiple Mahjong games going on in your dining room and host that evening or whatever, or put them together into a rectangular shape and have your regular dining room, whatever, just put a tablecloth over it.
Caroline
That's
thinks
great.
she's so genius, but this is just called poker night for now.
It's so true. That's all I was thinking when she was saying it. Thank you.
Well,
But
okay.
genius.
But
yeah.
do people do that for poker? They have a dining room table that's separate and then can be put back together?
No.
Okay, so fuck
Okay,
you.
you're a genius. Wow,
No,
feisty
I
today.
love that. I really do. Do you guys play Mahjong?
I'm learning. It's so hard.
I
Yeah.
want to learn,
Yeah.
but Caroline didn't invite me. She's so rude. First she swears at me, then she leaves me out of her game table.
I think one of the biggest things when people call to work with me is about finding the things that fit their body type. And I think sometimes because we get caught up in Instagram or social media, or we just see people that we like, the way they dress, we want to emulate that, but it's not necessarily the right fit for our body.
Totally. And I know about my body, like I cannot wear things that don't fit me exactly. Like if I have a jacket with the shoulders that are too large or the sleeve, whatever, like I just look like a child wearing their mother's or father's
Right.
like clothing. Stupid.
I feel that way in oversized clothing too, because I'm so tall and like I don't want to make myself look bigger.
It's funny. I would think that as a tall person, you'd be able to pull that oversized look off.
I don't feel put together. Like if I wear oversized, like wide leg pants, I wear like a bodysuit on
Right.
top. I don't like the oversized shirt and oversized pants.
Well, you're keeping it proportional, and I like that. But it's
you.
very hard to pull off the oversized thing.
Yeah. And where are you wearing it to?
And not that attractive.
No.
Yeah. No, it's not as feminine. One thing that I did learn, this was from one of my friends who was a ballerina growing up. She used to wear skirts that were wide, like much wider, like that big flare. And she said it made her legs look thinner because it's like
You only take in the waist?
you take in the waist looks smaller. And then the way it angles out, you have all this space between the 2 points of the skirt and so it's like it tricks the brain into thinking that.
What were those called in the 50s? Like a poodle skirt?
Yeah, like a poodle
Yeah.
puff skirt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we just found our Halloween costume for this year.
Sounds
I
good.
was
I'll
shocked.
look really cute in it.
The uniform at Wisconsin was every girl, including my daughter, was wearing it. It was the high brown boot with like the shorts, the denim shorts or denim skirt with like a little top. My daughter didn't wear a short top, but still like a top. And literally every girl was wearing a version of that. And we
Yeah.
were
Basic
dying.
bitches.
I mean, it's just so
Yeah.
funny. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Like all
wanting
wearing
to-
the same thing.
Yeah, you feel bonded. It's like
I just think it's like if you don't wear it, you're not cool.
All right. I'm going to go buy it.
Okay, but thinking about proportions again, if you go back to like a powder room that's small, which typically they are, you can go really big scale with the wallpaper, and people are often afraid to do that, but it actually, strangely enough, I think just like that skirt hemline makes the powder room look bigger because of that.
Do you think they're afraid it's going to make it look smaller?
Yeah.
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 Wait, what's the rule about dark walls in small spaces? Does that mean it gets smaller? Or?
So I take all rules as suggestions.
In life.
In life.
While
And-
driving.
Yes, everywhere.
Everywhere.
But yeah, people like even my mom, and I think it's almost generational. She's like, "Oh, you can't put a dark color on the walls. Like it's going to make the room look smaller." But that's not necessarily true. It's how you use the paint, what furniture you're putting in there. You can, mix and match, but you can definitely use darker colors. And often if you color wash, then you're bringing the whole room together and it doesn't feel tight
Small.
and small.
I think it also depends on how much natural light is in the room.
100%.
Like how many windows, do the windows get shade from the trees or not, or whatever. Like,
Yeah, if there's no natural light and you put a dark color up, you're kind of screwed. But, you can add in some overhead lighting and some lamps. And
I think that's great that you just talked about that, because I hear a lot of people say that they think that's a true thing, that if it's a dark room, if it's a small room, don't do dark colors,
Yeah.
but you can.
there's nuances to it for sure.
yeah,
Right.
you have to have the right lighting.
And we've done dark in a dark room with a few windows because we wanted it to be moody.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be like a bar area, and we used a lot of like antique mirrors to reflect light. And I think, that was the objective of the room. So it also depends on that too.
Well, thank you, ladies. I made it through. We made it through another one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Woo! All right.
Woo!
If you
Tips
guys
and
have any
tricks.
questions or tips and tricks to share with us, let us know. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
That's it for this week's shortlist. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, share it, leave a review, or let us know what's on your short list.
Shorts beyond measure, because the most important things in life can't be quantified.